Hello, everyone. Welcome to week 10. Let's get started on moving into portfolio 3, if you can believe we are finally at that part of the semester. So this week is all about really starting to structure your argumentative research paper. After you go through the weekly overview and checklist and do the lecture on building an argument, I want you to spend time looking at the assignment guidelines for portfolio 3, making sure you understand what's expected and where you're going to go. So this is a multi-step process. It's going to take place over the rest of the remaining of the semester. And each week there'll be a piece of it either that you're working on or that is due as we work through these processes together. Please make sure you're adhering to timelines. They are strict and they are there for your support. So making sure that you are submitted on time and ready to go will drastically improve your performance in Portfolio 3. This week, we're focusing on step 1. I'll come back and explain that in detail in just a moment, but it is about developing your thesis statement. Then we're going to switch gears into step 2 and 3. Step 2 is to complete the research phase that we've already started with portfolio 2 pieces. You should have about 3 sources currently. You're going to need to get to 6 sources total. Then you're going to take that information and use it and apply it in step 3, which is your annotated bibliography. Step 4 is to outline your actual research paper itself. Step 5 is to rough draft it and provide a self-reflection that comes to me. Then step 6 is to complete a peer review. All of these steps from 5, 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be explained in the weeks that I assign them officially. And then finally, step 7 is to submit your final draft. So that kind of takes you through the whole process of portfolio 3. Each one of these pieces is a graded piece. Each one of these pieces does receive peer feedback or feedback from me and feedback from me. And they do need to be turned in on time. Success criteria is here for you. The grading rubric is also in Blackboard currently. And then I have my essay below for you to have an example of what MLA looks like, an example of what your paper ultimately will look like as well, including my works cited page. So that is all there for your references and your guides as you go through the next few weeks. But let's go back and let's focus on what you're doing this week, which is your thesis statement. So after you complete the lectures, you're going to produce a discussion post. The discussion post has the steps laid out for you here, what you need to do. Post a thesis statement, briefly explain what are you arguing and which model it follows. This comes directly from my lecture. This is due on Wednesday night at 11:59 p.m. This is a different date and time than normal, but that is because we want to allow our peers time to give us feedback and workshop that information. Step 2 is to respond to 2 classmates with these bullets in mind. That is due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. And then when you have completed all that work for the week, the thesis submission box will open on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. and you will have until Tuesday to submit your revised thesis that you workshopped with your peers for my review and grade. And that is due for you on Tuesday night. So you have a couple extra days to get into that information before we get into week 11 and 12, which is completing our research and starting our annotated bibliography. As always, if you have questions or concerns, please reach out to me through email. I'm enjoying getting back with you and helping guide your practice along the way. And honestly, you should be super excited because you're going to start to see all these pieces like a puzzle start to fit together. Happy learning.